Hello and welcome to your daily dose of Satoshi's news. Today's day is Tuesday, the 10th of December, 2024, the year of 1,000,000 transactions per second or more. So I haven't actually got my intro today because I'm actually just out and about. So we're just going to play the whole song just for giggles before the show starts. So...
In a small town where the cornfields grow high, there's talk of the future and a man who won't lie. Underneath the big old stars with a country code, there's a revolution brewing, it's about to explode. Craig says he's Satoshi like a cowboy in the West, riding on the blockchain that they call the very best. From the Genesis block where the story began, he's claiming his legacy of digital man. Craig says he's Satoshi like a cowboy in the West, riding on the blockchain that they call the very best. From the Genesis block where the story began, he's claiming his legacy of digital man. BSV is a genuine, true as a fiddle's tune, bringing back the glory on a summer afternoon. 1,000,000 strong, them transactions flying free. Just wait for the terror node, you'll surely see.
There we go, that'll do for a good intro. Right, let's crack on with the show. So we've just got this article here from Cointelegraph saying, could quantum computing threaten Satoshi Nakamoto's 1 million Bitcoin? Well, the answer to that is I doubt it, but we'll have a read through that. And then we've got Jacob King just reporting on the market crashing. Says that's BTC plunges over 7%, billions liquidated. So we'll have a quick look at that. Have a look at the Terranode chart. Well, not the Terranode charts, but the 24-hour transaction charts on Bitcoin because they are looking phenomenal, sensational. Then we've got a little bit of 365 days of Bitcoin history, and then we'll go through the figures as per usual, and then that will be the end of the show. Right, here we go. So we've already done the music. Let's go on with this. Cointelegraph says, could quantum computing threaten Satoshi Nakamoto's 1 million Bitcoin? Quantum computing raises concerns over the security of Satoshi Nakamoto's 1 million Bitcoin, sparking debates on freezing vulnerable holdings to safeguard the network's future. Concerns over the security of Bitcoin's earliest transaction formats have reignited debate about the fate of Satoshi's 1 million BTC, as advancements in quantum computing pose potential threats to the cryptocurrency. Should the creator or Bitcoin, that's BTC, have their 1 million coins frozen to prevent exploitation? No, nobody has the right to do that. That's ridiculous. This question is on the minds of some in the crypto community as quantum computing develops, accelerates. That is a bullshit excuse right there. Freezing Satoshi's coins. We all know that Craig Stephen Wright, CSW, is Satoshi, and that's the reason they're trying to freeze his coins. Yeah, but it's always for your safety, isn't it? What a load of crap. The concern arises due to the vulnerability of Bitcoin's earliest transaction format, pay-to-public key, which exposes public keys on the blockchain. Unlike modern pay-to-public key hash outputs, the earlier P2P or the P2PK transactions could potentially be exploited by quantum computers capable of deriving private keys from public keys, according to Air Ster, founder and CEO of Ava Labs. That's bullshit. That's absolute bullshit right there. While some see freezing Satoshi's coins as a necessary precaution, yeah, of course they would if you're nefarious, others argue that it undermines BTC's principles of decentralization and immutability. Absolutely. Either way, Satoshi's 1 million BTC present a high-value target for quantum computer hackers that could upturn the market. Upturn the market, yeah, when the market absolutely tanks because people realize that BTC is now Gregcoin. Are the coins vulnerable? Satoshi's BTC reside in the earliest P2PK outputs, a transaction format no longer commonly used because it exposes the owner's public key. Since the introduction of P2PKH, a format that hides the public key behind a hash until the coins are spent, quantum computing use a hacking that has become significantly more complex than attacking an unprotected public key. The vulnerability of P2PK outputs to quantum threats is not yet an issue, as it shouldn't be. Still, it could be in the future. Oh, really? So we're going to do this just in case in the future? A bit like the US going into Iraq thinking that he had weapons of mass destruction. Yeah, but we thought he did. Turns out he didn't, but oh well. As advancements are made in quantum computing and quantum attacks become a viable option for hackers. Oh, right. So what they're saying is, yeah, we better freeze these coins in case a hacker gets in there and then dumps them on the market and tanks the price of BTC, even though BTC is a complete pile of shite. So yeah, this is that scammer from Ava Labs saying, there's an issue of Satoshi's 1 million Bitcoin. Just remind me that Satoshi's earlier mined coins used the very old pay-to-public key hash or pay-to-public key format, which reveals the public key and gives the attacker time to grind for the mother of all crypto bounties. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. We know what they're getting at. Freezing Satoshi's 1 million BTC. Good to see them calling it BTC and not Bitcoin. The ability to freeze Satoshi's holdings would involve altering BTC's consensus rules and making specific unspent transaction outputs unspendable. So basically, they're going to lock his coins. This process would require developers to draft a Bitcoin improvement proposal, clearly identify the vulnerable P2PK outputs with Satoshi. How can you do that? And see it approved to enforce the freeze. If approved, how can you approve it with Satoshi? What are they going to offer somebody forward as being nominated to be Satoshi? If approved, the freeze function could be carried out via a soft fork, an element optional for nodes, but driven by consensus, or through a hard fork, which would completely overhaul the underlying code of the BTC blockchain. Yeah, basically creating another shitcoin chain, really. While this is technically possible, freezing the coins associated with Satoshi would require a broad community agreement, really. Yeah, government rules and all that, which has historically been a challenge for BTC. Not really, because they completely screwed it up anyway. The implications of freezing Satoshi's holdings. Freezing Satoshi's holdings raises a critical question that challenges the fundamental ethos behind the creation of cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin was designed to be an immutable ledger where no entity can change the network's history. But this fundamental would be contradicted if the holdings were frozen via a fork, opening the door to future interventions and potential collapse of the decentralization of the Bitcoin blockchain. Exactly. So why would you do it unless that's what you want? Proponents argue that Satoshi's coins are a unique case and should be considered an exception due to their public key exposure and the implications it could have on the broader crypto market. Yeah, shitting themselves. With quantum computing advancements and the potential for a quantum hack, what a load of crap. On the 1 million BTC mother lode, could such an event prompt Satoshi to reveal themselves? Yeah, themselves. Yeah, that's right. They, them, and all that crap these days. Nevertheless, that was actually a relatively interesting article. So that was all right. Jacob King saying here, just in, Bitcoin. Oh, let's have a look at that. Bitcoin nosedives over 7% as El Salvador is expected to sign a $1.3 billion loan deal with the International Monetary Fund to ditch its Bitcoin as ledger tender policies. Over 1.3 billion liquidated in minutes. Whoa. I'm not quite too sure what's gone in there, but we'll have a look, see what people have said. Kurt has commented on that saying, if we can't trust a fascist military dictator to keep his word about money, who can we trust? That's quite funny. Love the sarcastic humour there. Great stuff. Let's get on to the juicy bits. Check this out. So this was my post earlier of these 4 pictures of the 24-hour trade transaction volume on BSV. Check it out. So first of all, it goes from 30 million transactions to 52 million transactions to 75 million transactions to 80 million transactions over a 24-hour period. And we'll catch up on that a little bit later. And Rafael Lavardi has commented on this saying, you guys need to put Solana and Sui on that chart comparison. That's how you get a real attention. Well, really, would they even compare on that? Just confirming the stats on what's on chain. Yep, 80 million transactions over 24 hours. Absolutely massive. I'm not sure if you can actually compare like Solana on there really. But Raphael made another post earlier on here. Let's see if I can find it. So he said, where is the comparison to Solana, Radiant, and Sui? I find this chart gay. It doesn't because the effects you think it does. You need to compare it to Solana, Radiant, and Sui. If you don't do that, IDC. I mean, to be honest with you, there is no point in comparing them to any of those other chains because they're all centrally controlled. The whole point is that this is meant to be a commoditized network. Data can only be commoditized one way, and that is the secret sauce that the powers that be do not want to get out. Data can only be commoditized one way. There will only be one digital commodity, which means Bitcoin, BSV, should actually be listed on the Forex market. There shouldn't be a shitcoin crypto market because all those cryptos are securities. They are economically worthless, vulnerable pieces of absolute shit. The whole point of a commoditized network is one where there is no central point of authority, control, or failure so that data can't be deleted, can't be cracked, hacked, altered, or changed. That's it. End of. And that's what nobody seems to get, that I'm desperate to try and explain, because when people do get it, they're just like, oh, right, we don't need this shitcoin market. It's full of scams. Yeah, you're right. It is. That's a fact. So let's have a look at 365 days of Bitcoin history. So yesterday, December the 9th, was when Gizmodo magazine published an article that evidences Craig Wright is Satoshi Nakamoto, the inventor of Bitcoin, titled "Here's all the evidence that Craig Wright invented Bitcoin." That was an epic article that we flicked through just the other day. I might go through that just at one point in the future, just because it was so good. What else do we get to see it? There must be so many points in here that they go over. So yeah, one day I will go through that entire article. Look, it's epic, absolutely epic. Like, whoa, fantastic stuff. So also on December the 9th, 2015, check this out. Australian police raid the home of Craig Wright in relation to being the man behind the pseudonym Satoshi Nakamoto, the creator and inventor of Bitcoin. And this made the IB Times. Here we are, International Business Times. We'll reject all those. Thank you, Neil. Yeah, look. Bitcoin inventor exposed, ? Police raid home of Craig Stephen Wright, alleged to be Satoshi Nakamoto, 9th of December 2015. And they're all saying, oh yeah, Craig admitted to being Satoshi Nakamoto in 2016, and that's been disputed ever since then. They always conveniently leave out these bits. The fact that Gizmodo and Wired magazine and the police raided his house, all in relation to him being Satoshi Nakamoto. Has anybody else had that kind of attention placed on them? No, they haven't. What's this? So Jane Wardell posted, breaking, Australian police also raid the offices of reported Bitcoin creator Craig Stephen Wright, aka Satoshi Nakamoto, at December the 9th, 2015. I don't know who Jane Wardell is, but she knows. It's only a short article, I might read it. Hours after 2 US technology publications named a man living in Sydney as the creator of Bitcoin, police raid his house on the 9th of December. However, police claim their action was part of an investigation under Australian Tax Office and not as a result of the reports. Just a coincidence, of course. The raid took place on a home occupied by Craig Stephen Wright, who Wired magazine and the website Gizmodo believed to be Satoshi Nakamoto, the creator of the Bitcoin cryptocurrency technology. During the raid, dozens of law enforcement officers were seen inside Wright's house searching cupboards and the garage, report said. Yeah, and there was nothing there because he'd already left by then. The presence of officers at the property was not associated with the media reporting overnight about Bitcoins. Bullshit. One officer said. He added the officers were clearing the house, really, and what right did they have to be in there then? Wired and Gizmodo made their revelations based on leaked emails, and now we know it was Ira Kleiman that did that, documents and transcripts of legal interviews. In an interview with the Australian Tax Office, Wright said, I did my best to try and hide the fact that I've been running Bitcoin since 2009. But I think by the end of this half, by the end of this, half the world is going to bloody know. Gary Havers, the owner of the property, told Guardian Australia that Wright and his wife Ramona Watts had leased the property in November 2012. He said the couple were typical tenants. They didn't look after the place fantastically, but it wasn't their home. They didn't seem bad. Jane Wardell, Deputy Australian Bureau Chief of Reuters, tweeted, Australian police also raiding the offices of reported Bitcoin creator Craig Stephen Wright, aka Satoshi Nakamoto. So even Reuters knows who it is. She added, the landlord tells Reuters that the reported Bitcoin creator Craig Wright, aka Satoshi Nakamoto, planning to move to the UK before Christmas. And that's exactly what happened. According to sources, Nakamoto has about 1 million Bitcoins, which is worth more than 400 million. Whoa, just $500 million back then. Only $250,000 in UK pounds at the exchange rate on the 9th of December 2015. Wow. Amazing. Right, let's have a quick look at the figures then. So we've got Gregcoin BTC at $95,815. And remember, hash rate and network nodes are vanity, transactions and block size are sanity. And where are the block size and transactions? They're over on BSV. Look at this. 96.55% of the block size and 99.4% of the transaction volume. Absolutely massive. Yours today for the princely slum of just $61. How crazy is that? Unfortunately, because I'm on my laptop, won't be able to see the block sizes coming through, but I'm sure they're juicy. Let's have a look at these other ones. So it's currently 244,000 times cheaper to transact on Bitcoin than Gregcoin. Oh, mining Bitcoin at a 24% comparable loss right now. Daily average Bitcoin block size by network, Bitcoin smashing it, transactions by network, Bitcoin smashing it, transactions per block by network. Subcent fees Satoshi's right down there again. Look at this. This is looking beautiful. So this is, we'll go back there. Daily Bitcoin fee to block reward ratio. That looks spectacular. That looks really spectacular. So even though the price has gone down, the ratio is actually still going up. Oh, it's just tailed off a little bit there. But that looks fantastic. The only chart you'll ever really need, daily cumulative Bitcoin growth by network, tells you all you need to know. So this is Gregcoin hash rate. Other miners with 2.08 on there, the hash rate being managed or the profitability being managed. B crash, what a joke. Fisher Price cash, who cares? Whoa, what is going on here? Via BTC now with 97% of the hash rate on there. That is hilarious. What on earth has happened there? Let's go back and have a look at the profitability on that one then. What on earth? So even though they've got 97% of the hash rate on there, it's still 15.7% more profitable to mine on Gregcoin. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Oh yeah, so other miners just adding more hash rate on there wouldn't be doing Fisher Price Cash any favors. It would just simply make the profitability of mining Gregcoin even greater. So even though other miners has completely wiped all of their hash rate off of Fisher Price Cash, it's still 15.7% more profitable to mine Gregcoin than Fisher Price Cash. That is hilarious. I wonder if that could potentially result in a chain death. That would be interesting. So we'll follow that just for shits and giggles. Why not? And this is Bitcoin. So we'll obviously have to cross-reference that with what's on chain. It's looking quite healthy. Kuv with a 45, Tau 28, QD Link 20, and Grillipool 5.5. All right. And let's have a look at BitInfo charts with this chart. Where are we now? Oh, 79.5. That's 79 million transactions. Look at that. Can't even see these other shitcoins. Gregcoin representing just 0.6. Ethereum 1.7. XRP 0.8. Oh, Litecoin 0.2. They're the only ones we've got there. So, We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 coins on there. And 5 coins have to are fighting over a space representing 5% or 20%. No, less than that, 3.6%. Cry, got 5 coins fighting over 3.6% of the space on that pie chart. Sensational stuff. Yep, just confirming the 24-hour transaction volume, 78 million transactions. No other chain can compare. Let's see what we got on the Tether weather. Looks like it's in the green at the moment. Yeah, they've been pumping some today. It's gone from 137.9 up to 138.7. Oh, price crash going on. Let's see what's going on in the market just now. That is BSV has just nosedived. Oh, it's going right down. Pick up, but what's going on here? Is this happening to the overall market? See if we can have a look at some of these other coins then. Let's have a look at this. The overall market cap, let's have a look, see what's happened here. 24 hours. That's gone down from 3.58 trillion to 3.2. Let's have a look, see what's happening with BTC over here. What's going on there? Whoa, BTC just fallen off a cliff there. Have a look at that on the week. Look at that. So it hits $100,000 and then suddenly it just tanks all the way back down. What could this be for though? Because we know the cabal are just basically hiding the figures. Are they now thinking like destroy the market because they can't really pump it much more than $100,000 because people are losing faith in it? What could this be? The key will be in the figures eventually. Are there maybe... So we know that they're hiding the profitability figures and all that, but you won't be able to hide that for long due to the volume of transactions on genuine Bitcoin. So this is all strategic play. All of it is strategic play to try and disguise the profitability of BSV. That's very interesting. Very interesting. Let's have a look at some of these other markets here. Oh, very tasty, just popping up. Let's see what the likes of Ethereum is doing. Yeah, that has tanked as well. Funny that how the entire market tanks at the same time. XRP, I bet that's probably shit its knickers out. Yep, look at that, as you'd expect. Shame we can't see the weekly comparison charts on the... Oh, can we see it? We'll have a quick look. Are we going to get to see... Oh, let's move this over a bit. Oh, we only get to see the 24 hours. Oh, don't get to see any charts. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like it. Oh, it's because I'm on my laptop. We'll just have a look at Dogecoin, see if that's down as well. I'm sure it will be. Yeah, there we go. Yep, the market tanking hard there. Right, anyway, there we go. That is a 23-minute show. We'll usually probably be back on the desktop tomorrow, back to the usual displays. So I hope you enjoyed it, and as ever, be aware, take care, stay safe out there, and we'll see you in the next one.